12 o'clock, right on the dot. Welcome into a special edition of Pip's Plane Spotting Live, where I go to great lengths to bring you excellent plane spotting as best I can. So here I am. Where am I? And encourage you to subscribe and like if you're new to the channel, because nobody goes to lengths to plane spot like me. Where am I? Where am I? Well, as you can see, if you got the preview message, I am in Colorado, and not only am I in Colorado, I am 7,000 feet up in Colorado at Aspen Pitkin County Airport. Now, this isn't going to be the busiest airport in the world, but it's one of the most unique airports in the entire world. So I hope you enjoy the views, if nothing else, and all the GA and commercial departures that we have today. Infidel firemen, what is up? Who's the best in all the world? I mean, come on. Here I am, 7,000 feet up, driving to Aspen Pitkin County Airport in Colorado. I mean, check out this view. I'm going to turn the camera slowly. And by the way, let me know how the audio and video looks. So I did a test earlier and it looked pretty good, but check out that view. I mean, come on. I could just go back in my truck, Infidel Fireman, and be done for the day. 5x5. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate the report and so glad you could join me, man. It's pretty cool out here. I'm not going to lie. And there's a lot of cool things about this airport, and we'll talk about all of them. But I should at least get like $1,000 from everybody collectively. So nice. Quick break for IFOT. So you're doing the day class? Nice. Well, then perfect, man. Well, you caught me just right. So I got into Aspen late last night. And you can see how the general AV traffic and then also commercial traffic. Nice, man. Well, awesome. Well, that's not important because I'm what's important right now. So get everybody in the class to not pay attention and tune in Pip's Plane Spotting Live, even if they don't listen, because this is what's most important right now. Forgive me for being selfish, but do you know of any other plane spotters who have done a live broadcast from Aspen? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'm just saying, man. But anyways, I'm glad that you are validating that my stuff works. So this is a lot of fun. There's no question. This is a lot of fun. So SkyWest usually does most of the flights out here. And we're at the beginning of runway 30. What is that? 33? No, 30. Runway 30, excuse me. So it's a little bit challenging. So I wanted to get a good view. So I'm here on the, let's see, this would be the south end of the airport. And we're looking to the north. All right, man. No worries. Thanks for saying hey, though. It'll just be me and the beautiful mountains and some other guy. Hi, everyone who's just tuning in across America and across the world. Yeah, I know it's kind of last second, but this is pretty awesome what we're doing here. We're here in Aspen, Colorado. Aspen Pitkin County Airport, or as they call it, Sardi Field. And we are on the south end of the airport, because I wanted to give you the view of the departures, how they navigate climbing over the mountains. So if you're new to the program, I encourage you to like and subscribe. Also, say hi, don't be afraid. We're looking at both the commercial traffic and general aviation traffic. And I'm sorry I don't have a microphone so you can hear the engines roar, but maybe you can hear it over my microphone because I'm, quite frankly, pretty close to the runway. So, but you know what? If anybody can't catch it, they'll be able to catch it later because I'm really proud of this one. As we see CRJ taxi out, or taxi back in, excuse me, waiting for a gate to line up at. As you can see, there's no jet bridges, so it's all like general aviation boarding. But we'll be here for a few hours. I am on top of my truck because I thought I'd get a little better view than on the bike path, which is next to me. And it's a little better. I wouldn't say it's phenomenally better. I thought I'd try it, see how it looked out. I know the camera's a little shaky, but hi everyone for tuning in. We're at Aspen, Pitkin County Airport, folks. Would love a like and subscribe. Should have put the chair out here. We're just starting our broadcast coverage today. I know I didn't put out a video before, so I may put one out tomorrow. So I apologize. This is kind of last second, but this is like a soft test run because we may be back here tomorrow. But I wanted to make sure we could do a test and everything would work okay. And so far, it looks like it is. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'm in Aspen, Colorado, where the beer flows like wine. And here we have our first departure. No delay for the CRJ 700 headed to Dallas. Taking the runway, folks. No delay. Aspen's pretty unique because you kind of have to wait till the plane approaches into the valley and lands before you can take off because there's really only one way out and one way in. So that's kind of cool. And here we go. Full engine thrust, engine startup, engine's alive, and we're off. Now this one's going to be covered up a little by the hill, but we'll see it on the other end of the valley as it gets through the air. So patience, about 5 seconds, and we'll see it pop up here, the CRJ 700. Patience. There it is. And watch how it navigates the mountains. Takes an immediate left turn. And navigates out of the mountains. The climb is outstanding for the CRJ performance. So that's a winner right there, folks. And it's off safely. Next in line, we've got a Cessna Citation from ExoJet. It's getting ready for that CRJ 700 headed to Dallas to get out of the valley. And there it goes. No delay. This one will take up a little bit shorter of a runway. And 1, 3, 2, 1. And it'll pop up, boom, right there in no time. It just elevates quickly. Thanks for the like, by the way. We're at Aspen, Pitkin County Airport. We thought we'd give you some fun here in my last free week until I can only broadcast on the weekends, maybe. So there you go, making a quick left turn out of the valley. And here comes the next departure. ATC just moving them out. And here we are at Aspen, Pitkin County Airport. Waiting for the clearance to get out of the valley. And there we go. No delay. It's going to head up over that hill. We're going to zoom in on it. And it'll be airborne in probably 4 seconds. There it goes, less than 4 seconds. It makes its way up through the valley. Thanks for the like. Takes an immediate left turn. Climbs out. And she's on her way. Back to the front of the line we go. And thanks for everybody for tuning in. Let me know how the broadcast looks and sounds. We're 7,000 feet up, Aspen, Pitkin County Airport. What did you do today? I drove to Aspen. Next departure, another Citation XL. We're off and rolling. No delay, up in the air. See ya. All right, we're going back to the front of the line. Next up, United Express CRJ 700, headed to Denver. I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm just really excited, so I'll calm it down. I just think this is really cool and really unique. We don't get this very often, you know? CRJ 700. Here we go. Hello, everyone, for tuning in. Sure would appreciate a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, because we are here in Aspen, Pitkin County Airport, 7,000 feet up. And so I hope that you can see everything okay. But this is pretty fun, I'm not going to lie. We're going to wait 5 more seconds, and the CRJ 700 will pop right out of that hill right there. It's going to climb, and take an immediate left turn, and it'll S-curve its way out of the valley. Safe travels to them. And let's head back to the front of the line here on the threshold of runway 30. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Runway 30 is where we stand. And here is a Bombardier Challenger 300. They're just rapid fire departures, as you can see. No delay. Challenger has really good climb performance, so this guy may be shooting up right about now. We'll just focus in the camera there. A little bit to the right. Boop, there he goes. Up, up, and away. And now we head back to the front of the line, another CRJ 700. No delay. Nonstop actions. Too bad Infidel Fireman's not listening in. He said hi real quick before class. This one headed to San Francisco. Got to put some hold fuel on there if you're flying into Aspen, because there's only one way in and one way out of the valley. Hi, everyone who just joined in. Feel free to like and subscribe. We are on a special on location at Aspen Pitkin County Airport. I'm on top of my truck. I drove out here. I thought about using the bike path, but well, I decided to get on top of my truck here. See if the visibility is any better. It's about the same, to be honest. So next time we'll do Thank you for the like and tuning in. We're at Aspen Pitkin County Airport. We're right across from threshold runway 30. Noah, what's going on, dude? We are on location today. I thought it'd be fun to spend my last week before I start my new job to do a little traveling. So we are in Aspen, my friend. We had nonstop departures, and as you know, probably about Aspen, know that there's only one way in and one way out. So sometimes the departures have to wait until all the arrivals. And apologize if things are a little bit shaky. That's me on the truck moving. So me and my fat butt. But no, does everything look okay? Sound okay? We're looking at a Learjet, a lonely Learjet waiting to take off from runway 30. And Noah, Infidel Fireman, is in dispatch class right now. So he's probably paying attention. He told me in class, and you could probably see it from the chat. 5x5. Excellent, sir. Love to hear it. We'll be here till, because we just started at 12, and I know it was kind of last second, but I wanted to get down here and test things. So this is kind of like a soft broadcast, because we may be back here on Tuesday or Wednesday. So, but I just wanted to get down here because, you know, I'm not going to lie, because it's a little bit different. It's not the ordinary plane spotting or San Francisco or LAX or JFK. It's a little bit different. And that's why I like it. I always like to be different. So, well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That means a lot. No, I was looking for you over the weekend, so I'm glad that you jumped back on. It's so weird, looking at this airport because it's so 8,000 think 8,000 feet, and there's you come into the valley and it's just gorgeous. So I drove. I stayed the night in Rifle, Colorado, which is about 80 miles away. So I stayed there last night because it was cheaper, of course, and then drove this morning. And I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. So how long are you? I remember, Noah, you were saying you were off. How long are you off for? And hi, everyone who just tuned in. Sure would appreciate a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We are on location because nobody loves you like I do. So we're in Aspen, Colorado, folks. And if you know the movie Dumb and Dumber, we're in Aspen, Colorado, where the beer flows like wine. And the women flock. What is it? The women flock to Aspen like the seagulls of Capistrano or something like that. I forgot what the line is. But this view, regardless, is pretty awesome. So if nothing else, it's just a great view. And as you can see, the airport really doesn't have any jet bridges. So you are flying solo. Ah, that's not too bad. Going to Hawaii? Can't complain. Are you on reserve or do you have a line? Thank you for the like, by the way. Welcome in and welcome into Aspen, Colorado. And thank you for the like. Welcome in. Line, okay. Well, that's okay then. It's a lot better than reserve. And I think there are probably worse places to be than Honolulu, right? Was it just an overnight? Or was it like just a turn and burn? Okay. Well, that stinks. They didn't even give you the courtesy of a 5-star resort. Well, perhaps next time. I do want to get that. So my sister and I went one time to Honolulu, and I could really only stay for like 2 days, so I never really get to Planespot out there. But that's on the list of places to go for sure. Honolulu, Kauai, Lahui, Kalui. So that's going to be like a week in Honolulu or a week in Hawaii. So maybe when I get some vacation time. Hi, everyone who's just tuning in. We are at a new airport. Never been here before, not even when I was a flight dispatcher. Envoy would rarely fly the route to Aspen because if you haven't already noticed, it's only good for one type of commercial airplane, and that's the CRJ 700. So every single commercial airplane you see today will be a CRJ 700. Yeah, it sure does. I agree wholeheartedly. So to give you some topography of where we're at, we're really kind of in central Colorado, excuse me. And we are about 50 miles as the crow flies from Eagle County, Colorado, which is another major airport that people fly in for skiing, but it has more variety of commercial airlines. They go up to 757 actually flies in Eagle, and we're going to try and get there tomorrow or Wednesday. Yes, Aspen is definitely challenging. I've even tried it on Flight Simulator, and I think like the first 5 times I tried, I crashed. Don't tell anybody. But because of the altitude, and you have to make a quick, right turn to the approach, and there's only one way in and one way out, as you know. So this is really exciting to be at. I mean, if it was on, if you ever saw the show Noah, the 10 most world's dangerous airports, I think this was like number 7 or number 6. I'm not on VATSIM yet. I have not figured out. Here's the deal, Noah. I'm kind of afraid to start because I might get kicked out because I've never done instrument flying before, other like in real life. So I'm a little hesitant. I know that they have starter areas for you to fly, but yeah, I just need to get over it. I have it installed, but I'm just like I don't know, because there really is a community, and it's all about sharing the community. So I just don't want to mess up the community and get banned. Now I don't have, so I bought the add-on, the CRJ 700 and 900 from Aerosoft. So it'll be fun to fly this. All right, so we're waiting on a couple of inbound arrivals. Yeah, good point. You're right. I really have nothing to be afraid of. I really should just do it and stop being afraid about it. So, good call. I will, yeah, I'll make a more committed effort. So, I can't decide how long I'm going to be on the road for. I have to be home by next Monday, but I can't decide how long I want to be out because Denver's only a couple hours away. Also, Montrose, Hayden's a couple miles away or hours away. And also, I'd really like to check out Telluride and Leadville, the 2 highest airports in America. By the way, I made this joke yesterday, so I'm going to make it again because it's funny. But doesn't it make perfect sense, Noah, that the 2 highest elevation airports in America are in Colorado, considering the state's generous marijuana laws? But as a joke. So yeah, I don't know if I'll get a chance. Leadville's a little bit closer because Telluride's like southwest, southwest. Just had an arrival from a Hawker 800 XP, and behind them is American 4893. So that's why our boys here on runway 30 are waiting. We're waiting for these rivals because, as you know, there's only one way into the valley and one way out. And then behind that American, we've got United 5477. And then we should have a window for when these guys depart. Oh, they're going to give him the go-ahead. Did not expect this for the Learjet, but Learjet is a beast. So let's enjoy it. Or maybe it's just hanging on the south end of the runway. I tell you, to be known to be an air traffic controller here, that's very challenging. Very challenging. So you're definitely good at your field. And by the way, thanks for the like and subscribe. Sweet, dude. That would be awesome, Noah. The best part about being in Dallas is I have family in there. So that's where I lived with Envoy. So I could get there no problem, man. All right. Looks like they get Learjet the okay. Hey, Chantel. Greetings to you. Yeah, it's so fun. Watch these jets just jump out over that hill. Boom. It's like a bullet. I don't know. So what I would do is I would say message me on Instagram. Yes, Chantel, very cool spot. So no, I would say either email me at email at 30. So it's just the number 30 with 30 at gmail.com, the word with. So 30, WITH, the number 30 at gmail.com. Or message me on Instagram at the numbers 23, the letter R, and then productions.com. So 23productions.com. And yes, Chantel, it's a very cool spot. I think I'm pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. We're in. I just want to show that I'm willing to go the extra mile for you, Chantel. We're in Aspen, Colorado, a skiing destination and hotspot. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, no, do that. That's probably the easiest. Um, and I'll catch it. I'll probably catch it tonight when I get back to the hotel. After this, we're probably going to be here till like 2:30 ish. Maybe do a little overtime. Um, we might. I'll probably get it this evening and respond back to you, or this afternoon when I get a break for lunch. I might head up to Eagle, Colorado, just to check out the airport. Because tomorrow I'm going to try and do in 2 for Tuesday. I haven't said it officially, but 2 for Tuesday means we're doing 4 hours. So typically we'll do like 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon. So but we'll find out. So what's been your favorite airport to fly into, Noah? I'd be interested in that. And there's that CRJ. So from one CRJ to another CRJ that just landed from DFW. It's a CRJ 700 Paradise. If there's one person they're like watching this, it's like their favorite airplane. Little lower frame rate today at 30 frames per second. I didn't want to stress out the cell phone connection in the valley here, but hope you can still get HD, at least 1080. If you're new to the channel and just tuning in, we just started our broadcast about a half hour ago, so we're here for another hour and a half. And I'm wearing a hat today. One piece of advice: Even if you're in high elevations and it's cold, it's a good idea to wear a hat and sunscreen because you will get sunburn. So we'll see how my neck does after the 2 hours. ATC's given the go ahead to the CRJ, fired up those engines, and brake release and off. Really? Albany, eh? Interesting. I've been to Albany. I've been to Seattle. Seattle, I can understand. Albany, got to give me reasons why. That's a unique one. I love it. They don't waste any time and they make an immediate left turn out of the valley, climb super high. I'm going to talk to one of the pilots and see what their climb rate is. And then they're home free. It's crazy, man. Nice to see this little Cessna, little baby Cessna. That's a good airport to train at too, with the altitude and everything, for sure. And hi to everybody who's just tuning in. Encourage you to like and subscribe. Subscribing is the best way to know when and where we'll be. I know this broadcast was kind of last minute, so this is a soft broadcast, but we still love people tuning in. But we are here on location. And where are we? We're in the middle of a mountain paradise where the beer flows like wine. It's a line from Dumb and Dumber, by the way. We are in Aspen, Colorado, at Aspen Pitkin County Airport, also known as Sardi Field. And here is our arrival from Denver, landing on runway 12, runway 12. And you may be thinking to yourself, yep, you got it, Chantel. And you know what's interesting about Aspen, Chantel, is there's only one way in and one way out. So that's why you see the inbound arrivals land on runway 12 and the departures depart on runway 30 because there's only one way in and one way out of the valley. And thank you for the like and tuning in. So it's one of the many things that makes it a super unique and interesting and sometimes dangerous airport. Because you have the combination of short runway for altitude. You have the altitude itself, which affects performance. That's why you only see CRJ 700s here. And then private jets. Thank you for the like and for the subscribe. Welcome in. I encourage you, if you haven't, to like and subscribe because I want you to have some fun plane spotting. They may have a surprise arrival or Bombardier broke the rule and has to go back to waiting. Let's see if he says hi. while he's waiting. So he's only short of the threshold. Hi, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, making me a part of your Monday afternoon. We are in Aspen, Colorado at Pitkin County Airport. Yeah, so the email is just the number 30, so just 30, like the numeral, the word with WITH, and the number 30 at gmail.com. So it's just 30 with 30 at gmail.com. 8 characters, so 4 numbers, 4 letters. Checking out this Challenger here. Okay. So folks, one of my favorite you're going to love this, Noah. And everybody, Chantel. So there are only CRJ 700s, and if you know anything about CRJ 700s, you can't really do a transcon flight. However, somehow, some way, Delta does a CRJ 700 from Atlanta to Aspen, which is crazy. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. So if you're wondering the exact altitude, it's 7,800 feet, let's call it. Hey, Alex, thank you so much. Yes, Brett, I'm so glad you checked in because this is your company right here all day, baby, all day. And thank you for liking and subscribing, Alex. This is what we want to try and do, as soon as we get enough likes and subscribers to monetize is when we do donations, we want to travel, because we want to share you unique and new things. And this is definitely unique. At the top of the hour, I'll tell you some more things that make Aspen Pitkin County Airport pretty unique. You know what? And Brett, I got so excited to see you. This is like this is have okay. So here's a good question, Brett. Have you done your jump seat? I know you're in St. George, so it's kind of difficult. But maybe you flew up to Salt Lake and did your jump seat to Aspen, because that would be pretty awesome. So the weather is awesome today, and it should be good tomorrow as well, Brett. And then Wednesday, we're supposed to get a rain mix, snow mix. So that might limit things a little bit. But today, it's sunny. It's not too cold. It's upper 30s. And, we're really close to the sun, so it actually feels warmer. So it's awesome. In fact, I am very tempted to take off my jacket. I got my Carhartt coveralls and the inner liner, which I highly recommend for anybody who's going to be working in snow. All right, Noah, cool. I will look for it and respond to you later. But I've got the inner liner, the Carhartt coveralls, and my pants. And I'm so warm, I'm half tempted to take off my jacket, but I do have my beanie on. Well, that's awesome, Alex. That's awesome. It's beautiful. I tell you what, it's absolutely beautiful here. Ah, yes. I did, I saw that yesterday, uh, Brett, I did see some diversions, and I feel for you guys because when I was at Envoy, we got rid of our CRJ 700. So the Aspen route it went away and you guys took over it. So I guess I should be thanking you, Brett. So next time I run into you, uh, I'll buy you a vanilla Coke or something. I tell you what, man, coming in. So I drove in the same way that the arrivals do, and it's just gorgeous, especially with the snow. Starting to get a bit of a lineup here on the south end. Alex, I'd highly recommend it. But the only airlines, just so you know, that fly in here that are commercial in the United States are the legacy carriers. And there's only one type of airplane that flies in here, and it's the CRJ 700. And the only airlines that fly in here commercially, now, Alex, you may have your own private jet, so that might change things. But it's either Delta, American, or United. And that's it, other than that and private jets. Brett, you were raised in DFW? I lived in Frisco for 3 years, man. That's awesome. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, Justin. All right, Brett, since you're on the line, I'm going to throw that question to you, Brett. Saginaw? Okay. So, Brett, Justin asked a great question there in the chat, as you can see, and thanks for the likes, by the way, and subscribes. Why doesn't I swore Salt Lake flew this? All right, Justin, I'm going to do a little research on that. Because I swore they did. Let me look here. Because you would think it is, like you said, a slam dunk for Skeen and from Salt Lake. So the question right now, folks. Yeah, the flight simulator is a lot of fun to do as well. And coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to talk about some of the things that make Aspen unique, if you didn't already know. Yeah, I want you, Brett, I want you to ask your dispatch manager immediately, why don't we fly? Why doesn't Delta fly to Aspen? Because that is a puzzling question. All right, Justin, here's the deal. I know it was a last second broadcast, but I'm going to try and do another broadcast tomorrow, and I'm going to research this because that is kind of annoying. So I am going to do some research. Unless somebody knows, and Justin, my first thought is here's my thought, and I could be totally off base, but because Salt Lake is so close by, you would probably land overweight. Because if you look at all the other airports that fly into here, the distance is much greater, so there's a bigger fuel burn. So maybe I could be way off, but I'm just throwing out that idea because of the weight limitations, because it's very sensitive because of the high altitude and the runway length. the planes may run, like no matter what, will land overweight because it's that short of a flight. Because you're talking about 300 nautical miles. That's it. All right, the Challenger's been given the go-ahead. Looks like. So we'll say goodbye to that. And we actually just started about an hour ago, so we're going to be here for just over another hour, hopefully, if our connection and battery holds up. Everything's been working great so far. Yes, it is totally all SkyWest's fault, Brett. Totally. Yeah, that's my first thought. Oh, a good choice. Good suggestion, Alex. I like that. Sedona to Aspen. Good choice. Or what about a Telluride to Aspen? Make an immediate left turn, and he's out of the valley, folks. We'll head back to the beginning of runway 30. Yeah, for sure. Good point, Brett. All right, sounds good. Sounds good, Justin. But yeah, I think I'll stick with the theory that because of the weight tolerances are very minute, that the Salt Lake to Aspen flight can't happen because uh, because there's certain fuel requirements you have to have for commercial flights in the United States, and one of them is that you have to have 45 minutes of reserve fuel. And so that can present a problem potentially. And hi, everyone who just tuned in. We are at Aspen Pitkin County Airport because let's face it, nobody loves you like I do. And we'll go to new and challenging places. Uh-oh, here comes our SkyWest delivery, Brett. This one's for you, buddy. Japan? Oh, arigato. Thank you for tuning in. It is beautiful. Whoops. I guess SkyWest did something wrong there. You better ACARS the captain right now, Brett. Or I don't know. They did the same thing to the Challenger a few minutes ago. And now we've got our Cessna Citation XL. I know Japanese when it says thank you or arigato gozaimasu, which is thank you very much. And then I have a friend who's married to a Japanese woman, and he teaches me little Japanese sayings like we well, I don't know if I'll say it, but he's married to a Japanese woman, which is actually he teaches English, and that's how he met his wife. So it's pretty cool. You're very welcome. Now, I'm going to check and see why that SkyWest moved to the back of the line. I want to say, and the radar doesn't give me the departures, it just gives me the arrival because of reception, which is kind of interesting, where I haven't been able to find it yet. But if I had to take a guess, let me look here for a second. I don't think they're delayed because of a flow time, are they? That's interesting. Yeah, that could be it. Or it might have a maintenance issue. Anyways, hi everyone who tuned in, and thank you for the subscribes and likes. Encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when and where we'll be broadcasting from next. This was kind of a last second broadcast because I wanted to do a test on the connection first, but I figured I could not do it because this is, like we've all said, just gorgeous and fun. It looks like SkyWest is back moving. You know what? No, that's funny you say that. That could be 100% true. That could totally be 100% true. I've had flights delayed when I was dispatching, and thank you for the like, by the way. I had flights that were delayed because they forgot to do the safety speech, or they didn't have an oxygen mask for demonstration. So they actually had to go back to the gate and like steal one from maintenance or another plane. So it's like we got a Gulfstream 4 net jets. I believe that's the new Cessna Latitude. Also an option. Can't forget the cookies, especially if you're a Delta branded flight. All right, Brett, I've got a question for you. So, Brett, if you're tuning in, let me know because I've got a question. And sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit. I'm on my truck, so I'm kind of leaning to one side. So I'm trying to keep it pretty stable, but I wanted to get up a little bit higher. Okay, Brett. You are very welcome. Thank you very much. I'm honored to bring you smaller airports because they're very unique. So thank you. Okay, so Brett, the question I have is how in the world can you do a CRJ 700 flight from Atlanta to Aspen, especially when you need an alternate? Because, like, in my head, it just doesn't compute because it's like, oh my gosh, that's a long flight. Not only that, especially if you have an alternator and want any hold fuel. So I guess my question is first, have you ever done that flight? And two, uh, is there any fuel? So that's kind of an interesting question I have. Yeah, I know. That's a good point. Limit payload, but I'm just thinking because of the restriction, it's like, all right, you can carry 35 people, half a plane. So my next question is, how many people can you usually carry? Yeah. So, and if an alternate is required, you don't fly it. It gets canceled. Sorry, folks. All right, I'm taking off my jacket. This is hilarious. It's 36 degrees, but the sun is also 3,000 feet closer to me than it was in Salt Lake. All right, so we've hit the 1 o'clock hour, and I told y'all that I was going to explain some of the challenges about Aspen Airport and what makes it unique, other than the views. Yeah, I would be interested to hear that, Brad, because I'm very. I was talking with an American FO, and I told him, I said, "Hey, here's a fun fact: Delta flies from Atlanta to Aspen," and he's like, "What?" Like we were both shocked. So yeah, check that out. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that you're having fun from Japan. Thank you. Arigato. Ah, Portugal. Hello. Bom dia. Ah, Brett, yes, the algorithm finally works. I was never good at math, so that's probably why it never found me. Bon notte. Yeah, it's day here and night over in Portugal. Well, thank you for joining us. My name is Pip, and I encourage you to like and subscribe. We're in Aspen, Colorado. So let's talk about Aspen as we wait for these departures. We're probably waiting on some arrivals to come the other way. So, first off, as you can see, as I kind of zoom out here, take a little zoom back. Excellent. So we'll talk about the delay in just a moment. Thank you, One Plane. I'll explain it. So let's take a look at the topography first. We're surrounded by mountains. So that's one of the things that makes Aspen unique. If you look at the scenery, we're literally surrounded by mountains. So we're currently at 7,800 feet approximately above sea level. So, number one, it's a challenge to get into Aspen because we're surrounded by mountains. And number two, because of that, as we finally have the question answered from One Planet. So, One Planet, you see that plane coming this way? That was an arrival. So, there's only one way in and one way out of this valley. And because of the topography, planes that are leaving Aspen can only depart on runway 30, which is right over here. And they can only land on runway 30. So, because of that, planes that want to take off may have to wait for arriving planes. And right about now, it's going to, I think, make a left turn. Yep. So you can see that airport had, or that airplane, that Cessna Latitude for NetJets had to wait until that other jet arrived on runway 12. That's a good question. I think there's a good shot that it does. I'd also be interested to see if for Breckenridge, Noah, that Eagle does. I wonder if Eagle does too, because they have a longer runway. Here's our Gulfstream takeoff. Look at those flaps dragged down. That's awesome. What's up, Billy Bull? Now we're just here in Aspen having a good time. Yeah, Noah, I quite a few nice private jets. This is like a private jet mecca. So there's our CRJ 700 departing. Thank you for the report, Brett. Aspen to LAX, getting out of the valley. All right, so we've talked about two things that make Aspen pretty unique. I'm going to just skip this Learjet for a moment. So we talked about two things. The topography, there's only one way into this airport and one way out. So you can only land on one runway and take off on one runway. So that's why you see planes waiting here on the south end of the airport, waiting for the arrivals to come in, because there's only one way in and one way out. So that's another unique thing. And then the other unique thing, of course, is the altitude and runway length. So the runway is only 8,000 feet long, which may seem like a lot, but when you're almost 8,000 feet up, it greatly restricts performance. So there's only one type of commercial airplane that can fly in here for commercial airlines, and that's the CRJ 700, because it has the weight performance and specs that are needed to fly into here. And it's not like any other airport, like Jackson Hole or even Eagle. So, three unique things that make it one of the most dangerous airports in the world. And if anybody saw that show on the History Channel, this was like number 7, number 6. I'd be interested to look back on that. But thanks for the like and subscribing. And you're absolutely right. It is very close to the mountains. Like, I'm literally 200 feet from climbing up a mountain. And on the other side is just a quarter mile. So it's much, much closer than Jackson Hole. And thank you for the like and the subscribe. Encourage you to subscribe. That way you'll know where we'll be broadcasting next from. And we love to have fun. And my background is in aviation. I worked as a flight dispatcher for 4 years. And right now I'm doing this and getting ready for grad school in the fall. But I was a flight dispatcher for 2 commercial airlines in America here. So I've got some aviation background. Alex, thanks for the compliment. Thank you very much. This is episode 21, by the way. So I should say, because it's just me right now, I actually started in the beginning of February. So this is like episode 21. So we just started. So I'm glad you got in early. Well, I would be overjoyed too, but that would be interesting to see if a private jet from Japan could actually arrive and fly in here with the fuel that's needed. That would be interesting, because you would burn a lot of fuel, but would the weight be enough? Yeah, Alex, I just started about a month ago, and so I'm just in the process of getting subscribers and view hours, because I hope to, monetize. And if you'd like to join the channel or donate, you can. Maybe no, that's an interesting take, because if there was one that could do it, it would probably be the BBJ, which is basically like the 737-700. But even the 700 doesn't fly in here normally. So maybe it could work because less passengers, more fuel. That's interesting. Now I'm going to have to do some research. Well, thanks, Alex. You're very kind, and I'm so glad to meet you. I definitely want to get over to England and do plane spotting for sure. And that's hopefully once we get some donations, we're just going to put it back into here so we can entertain and each one of you. Yeah, but it's absolutely beautiful here. All right, so I've got a lot of questions to do research on. Number one, and Brett, sorry, I got to ask you if you're still on. I got to ask you to do that research on the Salt Lake to Aspen flight too. So I got to answer a question on that, then see if a business Boeing jet could do it. What other questions? Yeah, Brett, I'd be interested, but I'll do my research, of course, too, and poke around. All right, so we're staring at the CRJ 700 for Delta right now, and it's not taking off because we are waiting for three arrivals. Wait, no. We'll see if we can get 3 arrivals in. Remember, there's only one way in and one way out of this valley, so we have to wait for the arrivals to come in before they can depart. So our Cessna Citation Sovereign just landed. Then we're waiting on a Gulfstream 4. And then it is a Cessna Citation 750. And we might be able to get a departure out before Challenger 350 gets in here. But that's why the CRJ is waiting for so long. And thank you for everybody tuning in, for liking and subscribing. If you haven't already, I encourage you to, because this is the stuff we'll do. We'll be on location, traveling whenever we can possibly to bring you live plane spotting. And just for those who are new to the channel, my home base is Salt Lake City, Utah. So you'll usually see on our channel me broadcasting from Salt Lake City. But it's about 350 miles here over to Aspen. So before I started back work, I thought I'd take a little road trip this week. And this is every bit worth it. That's an interesting. Looks like we got a business jet Embraer 135, it looks like. Very sharp. Check that sucker out. There you go, Noah. Perfect example of a unique, fancy business jet. I agree. Thank you for your support, Noah. That's very kind of you, and I agree. Yeah, dude. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's Noah's jet. Hey, Matt. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome into the channel. Encourage you to like and subscribe. We are in Aspen, Pitkin County, Aspen, Colorado. Okay, I will zoom in, see if we can catch the tail. I can't see the screen too well on my computer. So if Noah, Brett, one of you guys want to see right there, see who it's registered to. Check that out. Yeah, and see if you can find who it's registered to. I can't. Yeah, that looks like it. So do a little research on that. Maybe Elon Musk is chilling out here. I doubt it, but. I'm going to zoom back a little bit so it doesn't shake as bad on the zoom. So we got a few minutes here, so it's a perfect opportunity to research this jet. All right, I can hear a next arrival just landing on the other end of the runway. Patelli Vision, what's up, dude? It is a pretty sharp looking jet. And I am in Aspen, Colorado today, sir. Trying to make this last week a great one for all of us. Oh, good one. You already know what I'm going to ask. So you're already very good, man. Thank you. All right. Yeah, it's a one. I was kind of figuring it'd be a 135 private owner, huh? Well, if it's private owner, they must be really rich because they didn't register it. And you know what? The 135 is like a really good plane for short runways and high altitudes. It's a beast. And especially considering if that's a private jet, it's got less seats, so fewer passengers. So it probably does really well here. Thanks, Noah, for researching that. Appreciate that. No middle seat, eh? No middle seats on this one. So behind them, we've got a little diamond on too. Yeah, that would be my guess. That's a good question. And if you're just tuning in, I encourage you to subscribe and like. We are in Aspen, Pitkin County today. And I have a t-shirt on and coveralls for my pants. Go figure that one out. Local time is 1:18 Mountain Standard Time, or Mountain Daylight Time now. And that means if it's 1:18,